Welcome back to the channel, guys. Because today, the tectonic plates of Port Charles are literally shifting beneath our feet. The gavel is about to drop, the ultimate villain is cornered, and the absolute impossible choices facing our favorite unhinged residents are about to explode. The momentum has completely flipped, and I am hyperventilating. Oh my god. I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. Okay, but listen. I was sitting here, eating my dinner, minding my own business, watching General Hospital, and I actually choked on my pasta. I had to pause the TV and voice type this to my group chat because Jen Sidwell is officially heading to trial, and it is about to be the most insane, unhinged circus we have ever seen on this show. I mean, we all knew Sidwell was going to get caught eventually, right? But I did not realize he was going to turn into a literal canary and threaten to sing about every single person he has ever done a dirty deal with. I'm dead. I'm actually deceased. This man has nothing left to lose, and he is about to drag half of Port Charles down to hell with him. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, let's talk about who is actually safe from this megalomaniac. Sonny Corinthos and Laura Collins seem to be totally in the clear, which is honestly a miracle, because Sonny is usually neck deep in this kind of mess. And don't even get me started on Ezra Boyle. Ezra literally flipped and agreed to testify against Sidwell, which is iconic behavior. Good for you, Ezra. Get that immunity deal. But literally everyone else, they are sweating bullets right now. I'm looking at the screen and I can practically see the panic radiating off these characters. Okay, where was I? Right, so the people who are absolutely terrified right now. Let's start with Weeping Willow Kane. Honestly, she needs to get it together, I swear. Willow has been conspiring with Sidwell for months. Remember when she was getting those paralytic doses from him to keep her own husband, Drew Kane, locked in a fake stroke state? Which is insane, by the way. She literally paralyzed her husband. And Sidwell knows all about it. If Sidwell gets on that witness stand and starts blabbing about the illegal drug transactions he did with Congresswoman Willow Kane, her entire life is over. Her political career? Done. Her custody of Wiley and Amelia? Michael will snatch those kids so fast, her head will spin. And speaking of Drew, oh my god, he is in the legal lurch too. I forgot to mention earlier, but Drew is fully mobile again and plotting his own revenge. But if Sidwell starts talking, Drew's hands aren't exactly clean either. Drew was locked in, yes, but he's also tied to this whole messy web. And let's be real, Drew is acting like a total cad lately, asserting control over Scout and tormenting Alexis. If Sidwell exposes the full extent of the Windermere and Spoon Island operations, Drew's name might get dragged through the mud too. I'm yelling at my screen because these people thought they could play with a literal international criminal and just walk away clean. And don't even get me started on Nina Reeves and Jack Brennan. I was literally shaking when I realized how deep they are in this. Nina and Jack have been desperately trying to find that missing black box to blackmail Drew, but they are completely forgetting that Sidwell holds the ultimate trump card. Brennan faked his own stroke at Turning Woods, which is a massive medical fraud, and Sidwell knows the WSB secrets tied to Ross Cullum. If Sidwell sings, he's going to expose Brennan's fake paralysis, Nina's involvement in the cover-ups, and probably the fact that Nina shoved Drew into the Quartermain Lake. Like, hello? You guys are worried about a black box when Jen Sidwell is sitting in the jail cell ready to spill his guts to the DA? Oh wait, before that happened actually, we have to talk about the Jerome Art Gallery. Sidwell literally burst into Ava Jerome's gallery, held ADA Justine Turner hostage at gunpoint, and shot Ethan Lovett in the butt. Which, okay, Ethan getting shot in the behind was kind of funny, but also so dramatic. Ava, Ethan, and Justine are all tied to this. Sidwell is facing massive charges for that hostage situation alone. The gallery is basically a crime scene. Ava is probably scrubbing the floors with bleach right now, trying to distance herself from any underground art smuggling or whatever Sidwell might accuse her of to get a lighter sentence. And it's not just the gallery. The notes literally said Deception Cosmetics and General Hospital might be implicated. I can't breathe. Imagine Tracy Quartermain's face if Deception gets dragged into Sidwell's criminal enterprise. Tracy is already fighting a corporate war against Lucy Coe and Serena Baldwin, and if Sidwell reveals some shady financial backing or smuggling routes using deception shipments, the company will tank. And General Hospital? Willow just got placed on the GH board. If a board member is exposed for buying black market paralytics from an international fugitive, the hospital's reputation is going to be in the gutter. Okay, but listen to this. The biggest question right now is, Who does Sidwell even have left to do his bidding? Is he gonna call Ghostbusters? I literally choked laughing when I thought of it. Sidwell is completely isolated. Windermere Castle, which was basically his and Cullum's evil villain lair, is a massive crime scene. The PCPD and the WSB have completely locked it down. All of Sidwell's belongings, his secret files, the contents of that wall safe, it's all sitting in an evidence locker right now. He has absolutely no leverage left. I mean, think about it. His partner in crime, WSB director Ross Cullum, is dead. Shot by Rocco Falconeri, which is a whole other insane storyline. Jason taking the fall, I'm still crying over it. Without Cullum's WSB cover, Sidwell's entire operation is exposed. The shipments coming and going from Spoon Island under SRE International, confiscated. The records, subpoenaed. Sidwell has no money, no burner phones, no secret henchmen hiding in the walls. He doesn't even have a plant in the PCPD anymore. He is completely and utterly alone in that jail cell. Speaking of Cassius Faison, oh my god. The fake Nathan West. Cassius was working for Sidwell and Cullum, but now Cassius has vanished and is working for Z, the real head of the WSB. Sidwell can't call Cassius for help. And Cullum? Cullum is dead. With Cullum dead and Cassius gone, Sidwell has zero allies. SRE International, their fake shell company, has been completely dismantled. The authorities have subpoenaed every single shipping manifest. Sidwell is sitting in a jail cell with nothing but his orange jumpsuit and his massive So this brings me to the most hilarious part of this entire situation. Who is going to represent Jen Sidwell in court? Mark my words, this is going to be a disaster. Let's look at the options. Diane Miller? Please. Diane wouldn't touch Sidwell with a 10-foot pole unless Sonny explicitly ordered her to, and Sonny wants Sidwell dead or in prison forever. Alexis Davis? Alexis just got her law license back and is busy defending Curtis Ashford against Isaiah Gannon's civil suit. Plus, Alexis hates Sidwell. She would literally rather throw herself into the harbor than defend the man who terrorized her. What about Rick Lansing? Rick is slimy, sure, but he's currently representing Isaiah Gannon and trying to ruin Curtis. He's also way too busy being insanely jealous of Dante and Elizabeth playing softball. Rick isn't going to take on a losing case for a broke fugitive. And Martin Gray? Martin is defending Curtis too. Plus, Martin likes cases he can win or settle quietly. Sidwell is facing kidnapping, attempted murder. He literally tried to kill Lucas Jones, and possibly actual murder charges. No lawyer in Port Charles is going to risk their career for this guy. So what is Sidwell going to do? Fly some shady lawyer in from overseas? With what money? His assets are frozen. I am calling it now. This is going to end badly for him, but it's going to be incredible television. Sidwell has such massive megalomania, he actually thinks he is the smartest person in any room. I bet you anything he is going to represent himself in court. Pro se. The audacity. The absolute unhinged arrogance of this man. There is a saying that a man who represents himself in court has a fool for a client, and Sidwell is the biggest fool of all. He has no legal ability to demand evidence. He can't issue warrants. He can't force the PCPD to hand over classified WSB documents. He is just going to stand there in his little jail jumpsuit and try to cross-examine people like Willow and Sonny. I am literally vibrating with excitement, just picturing. Imagine him cross-examining Willow. Isn't it true, Congresswoman, that you bought illegal paralytics from me? She would faint right there on the stand. Can you imagine Sidwell cross-examining Lucas Jones? Sidwell literally held a gun to Lucas's head and blamed him for Marco Rios' death. Marco died for absolutely nothing because of those fake saline syringes Cullum swapped out for Britt's medication. Lucas is already consumed with guilt over Marco. If Sidwell gets to interrogate Lucas on the stand, he is going to psychologically torture him. And what about Willow? Sidwell will badger her about the paralytic. He will try to drag everyone down into the mud with him. He has no legal ability to demand classified WSB evidence, but he can say whatever unhinged thing he wants on them. And let's not forget the actual charges he's. It's not just the art gallery hostage situation with Justine Turner. He is facing charges for what went down at Windermere. He might well be facing charges for murder. Marco Rios died because of the fake saline syringes Cullum and Sidwell orchestrated. Sidwell ordered Cassius Faison to kill people. He is a literal monster. The fact that he thinks he can just talk his way out of this by throwing his former co-conspirators under the bus is wild. Oh wait, I totally forgot to mention how this impacts Brooklyn and Chase. Okay, but listen. Brooklyn is already spiraling because she confessed to Chase that she framed Willow for Jordan Ashford's hit and run. Chase is horrified, but he agreed to set boundaries with Willow. But Brooklyn is secretly hiding the fact that she was the actual driver who fled the scene. If Sidwell's trial turns Port Charles upside down and the police start digging into Willow's background, what if they uncover the doctor GPS records Brick made for Brooklyn? Sidwell's chaos could inadvertently expose Brooklyn's massive secret and completely destroy her marriage to Chase. I'm screaming. Everything is connected. And how is Anna Devane going to handle this trial? Anna just got her police commissioner job back, forcing Dante to step down, but she is literally hallucinating Peter August. Peter is acting like a dark demon in her mind, pushing her toward a ruthless revenge mission. If Sidwell gets on the stand and starts mocking the WSB and the PCPD, Anna might completely snap. She was held captive at Windermere for 9 months by Cullum and Sidwell. She was gaslit, drugged, and tortured. If Sidwell tries to represent himself and act smug in that courtroom, Anna might just pull her gun and end the trial right there. I would literally cheer. Not gonna lie. Honestly, I need to go lay down because my heart rate is too high. This trial is gonna tear Port Charles apart. If Sidwell sings, the fallout will hit the Quartermains, the Corinthos family, the hospital, and Deception. Everyone is connected to this mess. Nina is going to be pacing a hole in her floor. Willow is going to be crying to Michael. Drew is going to be plotting, and Sidwell is just going to be sitting in the courtroom, smiling like a psychopath, ready to burn the whole town down. I'm done. I literally cannot wait for tomorrow's episode. Will Sidwell's explosive testimony destroy Port Charles, or will his own arrogance be his ultimate downfall? Drop your wildest trial theories in the comments below, and subscribe for more GH updates.